I often get asked, when's a good time to bring on a new employee? And this is not a subjective decision. It's a very, very objective decision. Because if you move too quickly and bring somebody on before the business is ready, you could very well end up putting your business in a position where its cash flow is strained. And if you wait too long, you could put additional pressure on your employees, which ultimately could lead to employee turnover and even poor customer service. Now, if you time your hiring correctly, a lot of really good things can happen. It can lead to increased productivity. You're going to get a better work-life balance for both you and your staff. And ultimately, this needs to lead to revenue growth as well. So I worked with a husband and wife team several years ago, and the challenge that they had when we started working together was that they had no time. We identified that there was a need for an administrative assistant. So fast forward a couple of months, we've got the administrative assistant in place, very clear on their job description, on their KPIs, on what they're supposed to be doing on a daily basis. And surprise, surprise, they weren't working weekends anymore. They got to take their first vacation in years. And by taking those things that were taking up their time that really didn't impact the business directly as a revenue standpoint, by taking those and moving them off their plate onto somebody else's, they were able to focus on revenue generating activities, and the business grew. So let's talk a little bit about some things that you can do to help identify if it's time to hire somebody or not. So the first question you're going to want to ask yourself is, do the finances support hiring? So you're going to want to look at your incoming revenue and your current cash flow. So if what you have in the bank and your incoming revenue allow you to cover 90 days worth of payroll, then you're in a pretty good financial position to go ahead and hire. But you want to make sure that that hire is going to either directly or indirectly support revenue generation. Just like in the example I used, by bringing on that administrative assistant, that allowed the team to focus more on the things that were going to grow the business. Okay, so make sure that the finances support hiring. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to analyze workload. Okay, are your employees overburdened? Is there a backlog of project? Are you starting to see some quality control issues? Are your KPIs suffering? And is morale low as a result of having too much work? If you're checking a bunch of boxes on that, then it very well may be time to go ahead and bring on another employee. The last thing I'd encourage you to think about is, how does this hire fit into your long-term vision for the company? So you should have two organizational charts. The first organizational chart should reflect the business as it is now. And then the second organizational chart should reflect your business, what you want it to look like in 5 years. Okay. And you need to look at that 5-year chart and think, okay, is this hire the right priority? Is this the logical next hire? And if you can check yes on that and check yes on the finances, then it's time to move forward. Okay. And by bringing that employee on at the right time, it's going to allow you to provide a better experience for your customers. You're going to get that work-life balance in place for yourself and for your employees, and it's going to allow you to grow the revenue of the business. So if you're a business owner who wants to grow their business, but you're just a little bit hesitant to hire, schedule a free 30-minute call with me, and you can tell me a little bit about where you are and where you want to go, and we can start working toward a solution for you.